What's up? Alright, so I'm going to preface this with a couple things. Number one, I've only played this map in a match I think once or twice, so don't take my word as gospel. So I don't know everything about this map, just haven't played a lot, but what I've gained from this map is, so far, I think, is the rollout through main? I think the rollout's through main, but whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of the times, you're going to be spending a lot of the game on this left side. So either you're in this trying to deny high bombs, where there's like a couple mids people usually do. Usually your pocket's on that side, your roamer's over here somewhere. Either you play here super passive where you're never going to get caught by someone on that shed or get tagged, and you're just waiting, maybe grabbing a buff and then high bombing, which is a pretty decent start to the mid, especially if you're trying to play. If they're just high bombing a lot and you want to counter it, you sit here when they high bomb. You can either counter jump or walk out the door and take a 2v1 with your flank scout, stuff like that. Or I guess this is a spot, but no one uses that. I see a bunch of people using this spot. I used it a bit, but what happened every time I went here is a scout or a soldier went up here and just shot me. They just keep spamming you, and they just get positive damage trade, unless this demo, which they usually should be able to control, but usually everyone peeks a little bit, so they can peek. They spam you here. It's really annoying. Stuff like that. So I don't really like playing there. I kind of like playing here more. You can still spam the point. You're still out of the range. Because playing under this is kind of scary. Playing here is not that bad because usually people won't be able to peek all the way over and spam you. But you want to play an area where you can do everything. You know, you get a buff, you can bomb immediately to counter bomb, you can jump behind, stop someone. You can do everything. But the key of this map is high bombs. How you want to initiate almost every time is, since the point is pretty hard to push, a lot of the times you're going to want to get a soldier behind before your team pushes, just so you either pull people back or you can like make a pinch happen. So let's say you start mid, you play here, and you just want to double, you want a high bomb. So you bomb here, you're already so high the guy in the shed can't stop you. You land on this pack and then just jump again so you can't get counter bombed there, and just beware. So once you get behind, the things you have to be aware of are just if people are going to come back to you, so don't just assume anything ever. So say you jump behind like I did over here. Things you got to watch out for is like a counter bomb, a scout coming. So if you really wanted, you could come over here and like try and spot everything. You could go into house on the high ground, stuff like that. But the problem is, soldier could jump over here, soldier could be in here, scout could run through here. So just be aware and don't stay here for too long. Don't stay really static. Make sure you're jumping, and just when you get behind, try and come back in somewhat soon. So there's just a lower chance you get caught out by someone, stuff like that. So let's say you start the mid like I did. You land here at the pack. What you can do is like, I missed the bomb, but let's see. Is this an actual high bomb? I never did this, but let's say you high bomb off this, and you're back in on top of the med. And this is a really good spot because usually a scout plays around here, plays around there, plays around there. So, and you get on high ground, you can shoot them, you can counter jump out again, and stuff like that. A lot of this map is going to be you getting behind as roamer and coordinating with the rest of your team when you're going to bomb in, when your pocket's going to bomb in, when your combo's going to push across point. And once you get all that together, you can really initiate. Because a big problem with what Morning Light did in their match where they got rolled is no one went behind ever. Like, basically ever. So it's really, really hard to really push forward and make things happen. Which really, like, so pushing this point, I'm just going to tell you, at least how it looks and how I've seen it is a demo can lock down this entire point. So a lot of times if you want to push, you want to get cap time, you want to bait it, you want to push your demo across point. There could be traps on this, there could be traps on this, there could be traps on that. And their demo's going to be staring here while they have people on high ground spamming down at you, a scout over there. So it's like really bad if you're just pushing your combo here and trying to make stuff happen. You're going to be shot by everyone. So a lot of times what's going to happen is your soldiers need to open it up. So you get a soldier behind, you double bomb onto them, stuff like that. And it's really easy to get behind on this map. That's the one thing people said initially, like, this is a great soldier map. You can get behind for free, but it's kind of hard to get back in and make things work just because the valley's like so big and a scout's usually on high ground. Meds usually play around here. What you can do, honestly, is... So that's one bomb. This is going to be really bad because I played this map 3 times, so it's going to be really scrappy and all over the place. But there's a couple of mids you can do. Like I said, you can bomb behind there. You can just high bomb off this. I don't know. You could cut. You could strafe anywhere. Land on anyone. If you want to land on their flank, a lot of times that's pretty good. Like if they do have a soldier just chilling there the entire game, what you can do is I missed my C-tap, but you high bomb. You just shoot a guy there. Your scout pushes cross shed, or you pressure demo so your scout can push cross shed and shoot this guy, and you get a 2v1. Or if there's a flank scout, you get a 2v2, or your pocket comes and you 3v2. Stuff like that. You just create mismatches over the map and try and generate picks that aren't to do with this point, because this point is too hard to push. One thing that's really hard to do, and you should probably never do, is jumping off this immediately, because there's almost always someone here where they're going to chip you with a rocket, they're going to chip you with the scatter, and your bomb's going to suck, and you're probably going to get picked. So almost always try to jump before that shed. You can jump off your own shed if you really want. But so I'm just going to go over all the bombs that I know of on this map. There's definitely more, but which maps? Every map that's played in normal, and probably I'll look at Bagel at some point. But there's a couple bombs, so you can do this one. It's okay. I missed it, but man, I want to do this right. So I'm doing whatever week the RGL thing is on. So you can do this bomb where you just get behind from the spawn very fast, and it's if you want to initiate quick or your team's already sort of in and you want to try and get in quick. Only problem is you'll have no rockets left and you're kind of getting rid of a bunch of health, and you have no vision because you're starting back there. But that's one bomb. Another bomb is you can do it off this pillar like I did at the start. You can high bomb either behind, in the house, on the med, on the right. You can do anywhere from there. I don't really have time this week, so I'm sorry I can't really do it right now. I think I've... I'll check. I think I have a YouTube video privated somewhere that is that, but I don't know if it's right. But, so yeah, this pillar is really big for bombing. So you can either bomb off the left side of it, you can jump off the right, then off this one, and then you can just go flying. Just use all the high ground is here to high bomb, because there's so much everywhere. And it's so free to jump off of. So this pillar, you can jump off that. I haven't really seen anyone do this, but you could if you really want to be safe. Another one. This is one that a lot of people use, at least pockets, because you're usually on the side. You bomb like that. You can do another one off this, so you get behind really clean. And if you really want to pinch fast, just go through house, and then you get a free wrap on the med. And if they chase you, you can always just run away, get packs. I am C-tapping, so I'm probably going higher than if you don't know how to. Well, I am if you don't know how to do it. Which I always say, it's very valuable. There's like no reason not to learn it. It's free. It's a free advantage. So there's usually the jumps that you will be using. There's not really a fast roulette that has any ramp slides. That's just lame, but you do you. So those are usually the high bombs like I said you do. So a lot of this map, like I said, is going to be a lot of getting behind and dealing with it. So once people come to chase you, you just got to keep them on their toes. So if they turn around, so for example, you jump behind, the roamer turns around, the scout turns around to get on you. If you bomb in, you create a 6v4 while they're out of the map, out of the game. So if you fight now, they send people back, you have player advantage, and you're taking them away. And even though you're going to die, you're drawing eyes from those two people and one or two people like a scout. So once you do that, then your team can push across point, you land on the demo, stuff like that. A lot of this is going to be getting on their demo, because their demo is going to be a huge thing. They can shoot that shed, they can shoot this shed, they can shoot the point, they can shoot everywhere. And it's really, the demo's really strong in this map. So if you can pressure the demo constantly, that is very good. Very, very good. So that's one thing. Other things you can do, like I said, there's not much because it is Koth, and I haven't played it much. But like I said, you can bait bomb, land on their med. A lot of it map's going to be coordinating and making sure you can get your team together, like that. So like maybe you high bomb, land here, jump again. They look at you, you shoot, jump on this guy on shed. Your scout comes and cleans it up. And so far, what I've seen, there's not a lot of depth to playing roamer and soldier on this map. It's a lot of just high bomb, committing together, a lot of team play, and that stuff. So once you get that together, you should be a lot better off. And so for, I don't know if there's like an exact forward hold, but there is one thing. So if you have full Uberat and they're going to 4-man, your med usually bunkers in here, and you have a demo sticking this door either inside the shed or outside the shed. The only worry is they bait the point and just take all the high ground and kill people. But most of the time you're going to have a soldier at back door just watching this. just so your med can't get forced from the back, and just basically just standing here shooting this door, making sure no one gets in. Other soldiers probably going to either be on the high ground, try not to get picked, or also in the shack with the med. But at that point, you're really putting everyone in here, and you're probably going to have to get pop out to stop the point, or at least drop a player. And to counter it, a lot of the times it is either you go backdoor, you bait point, you kill the players outside the shed. Your med's probably going to be around here just so he can't get picked. So a lot of the times you can bomb. And if you bomb everyone here and just try and either kill the soldier or just ignore him and shoot the med, you can get a force because they are in a box. Like this is a box of death. If you can break into this, they're going to force almost every time. So just watch out. Other things, like I said, you can get picks on people on the shed. You can try and, like, if you really want, go over here and spam into the shed, go over here and spam in there, and just like try and get a lot of damage out, so then you can rush a scout in, you can rush your soldier in, you can have your demo walk in, stuff like that. But just don't just always jump into this door, because you're probably going to get killed by a trap. You're probably going to get rolled, stuff like that. It's MK HUD. So just make sure you have some things planned, because that shed is really good if they play it well and you don't. So just watch out. What other situations are there? All right, you have point, and yeah, so you have the point, and you're on this side. A lot of times, like I said, you're going to be playing around here. Main things to worry about, once again, is people trying to initiate a pick onto you. So just make sure you're able to get away if they jump you, stuff like that. Or just play super far back. Or if you really want, initiate. Once they come in, just jump behind. So you can start it, and then just keep drawing eyes, and then once you can recommit on them, then either you do it or you try and get back out. And what you did is you probably pulled 1 or 2 people back, and they're still there, or they ended up pushing when you have to commit and make something happen. Otherwise, you're just kind of making yourself useless and giving them a 5v6 to fight. So just think about stuff like that. Yeah, so you can start here if you want to spam, and like get vision and then drop off, and back up, stuff like that. If you really want, you could play here. Gets you a decent spam angle. And you have a lot of vision. This is a pretty good spot, because you can spam the entirety of the point, spam that shed, spam that wall, not really get pressured. This is a pretty good power spot if you're not really trying to be super aggro. Forward holding, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen many forward holds. A lot of them have been, you put your demo on the right side with sticks on main and right, and your soldiers are probably one here and one probably on this box or around here, so you can double spam this door, and then if needed you rotate to this one and have your demo also rotate, and then a scout over there. So what I'm assuming the forward hold's probably going to be is demo scout here, med in the house so they can't really get picked, where they heal the scout, the soldier, and then maybe the demo through this area. But yeah, so most of the time you just have to find out what door they're going, focus it, stuff like that. Other things is if they're pushing, there's a couple spots you can try and hide in. You can hide in house maybe. So if they're coming in and you're hiding in house, maybe you're up here. Problem is if they check this, you're going to get found, because it's not very sneaky. Other places is if you get behind, I did this once or twice, where you just go here and just look through the one-way glass. And you can find where they're coming, and if they're chasing you, you can always just run to the spawn, go to the other door, stuff like that. But there's not much to do. Also, you can hide in this house if they're pushing, if you really want. Like, hide here. And I think that's it. I'm going to start. So, do you think only one soldier should be going behind at a time? Yeah. Because the problem is if you send 2 behind, there's only so many health packs. And at a point, they're just going to push you. Because their soldiers are just going to jump forward while you have 2 behind. And there's going to be like, give or take 5 seconds of people having to get back in from being behind. Where if you only have 1 go behind, then your other soldier can jump in, counter jump, buy some time for your soldier that went behind to get back in. So most of the time, you want to only have 1 guy go behind. Especially because you usually take the same packs. And you kind of, one of the soldiers usually gets screwed if you send both behind. Oh yeah, this is another bomb. If you really want. Something like that. But yeah, you can find infinite amount of bombs. I think that's most everything to do with this map. It's pretty short just because, like I said, I haven't played this very much, and It's pretty like one-dimensional map for Soldier, at least. And I'll stick around for a couple questions, but I think that's most everything. Most of the time you're gonna be on this left side of the map. If you want to push, get on their demo. If they're sacking, make sure one of your soldiers is watching back door. Your demo's probably has sticks on this door, like all over and on the floor a bit. So, want to play, because I have a lot of work. I have a lot of classwork to do, and I don't want to have to be on every night for 2 hours and stress out, and then want to be forced to kind of practice. But yeah, so that's most of the stuff for this map. At least I know. It's subject to change. So if I'm you, watch some matches of this map. Did you watch the Cardinal game? Probably not. Will I still be doing Villa? I don't know. I don't know anything about Villa. So, oh, is it goalie next week? There's Villa next week. Whatever. I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing Villa, but I could. But I'd have to watch some demos or something. So I'll see. Because I don't know how much good I'll be doing if I don't know how to play the map. Don't really feel confident. But I think that's everything. I'll be uploading this. I'll see you next week.